Hello, today I'm going to teach you how to make some newspaper pots. These are really handy if you don't have any plant pots to hand, or if you're planning on sharing seedlings, you can give these away without losing your plant pots. All we need is some newspaper and some forms, some things to roll them around. So the things that I'm going to use today are a clean tin can and also a toilet roll middle. So first things first, we need our newspaper, and to make the bigger pots you want them to be quite sturdy because they'll be taking slightly bigger plants. So you just take a full sheet of newspaper and fold it along the middle like that, so that you make a long thin sheet. Okay, now the first thing you do is you're going to make a little fold that's about 3 centimeters wide all the way along one long edge, and this is going to help be the top of your plant pot, and that's going to help hold it together. But we don't need that folded just now, we just wanted to make the groove. And then you take your can or your glass or whatever it is that you're using, Pringles tins can be pretty good as well, and place it so that it's kind of in the middle of your sheet of newspaper with the open end towards the top of your pot where you just made that fold. And we'll roll it up. You don't want to be too firm with this, otherwise it can be quite hard to get the tin can out again. But once you've got it all rolled up, this is going to be the base of our pot. So we can slide the can up and down depending on how big we want a gap to be to make our base. And the amount that you want is, when you fold it, you want it to go over halfway. So I'm going to put my tin can a little bit further down like that, so that when I fold over and then the other way, I make these little triangles that I can fold down and push all along that to make it nice and solid. And then we can pull the tin can out. Just be careful of your fingers if it's got any sharp edges. I rolled that one a bit tight. There we go. And if it starts coming apart at the bottom, don't worry, just pinch your way around the base of it and that will hold it solid. Now if I left it like this, this can come undone pretty easy. So this is what that first fold you did is for. You find that fold and you just work your way all the way around and tuck that in, and that holds it in a nice sturdy pot. Now these are brilliant for your bigger seedlings or for bigger seeds like peas and beans and things like that, but quite often we want to have something a little bit smaller, and for this I find toilet roll in is pretty handy. Now you can plant straight into toilet rolls, they make brilliant starters, especially for seeds that like to have a nice long root like a pea or a bean, but if you don't have that many of these, you can make as many of these as you want, as long as you've got newspaper. So the easiest way I've found to make these is to start with your newspaper and just cut half of a single page up the middle. Sorry, mister. And then it's exactly the same thing. So you make a little fold that's about 3 centimeters wide and unfold it again. You lay your toilet tube on that half of it, so we've got a bit of excess here to make the base of your pot. We'll roll it up, and then we can make the bottom. Now because this is just a tube, I don't have anything to push against, I'm gonna give myself a little bit more excess to work with. So one side goes in, the other side, and tuck these over. Doesn't have to be neat origami, you're just trying to make something that's not going to fall apart at the first planting. And then you can slide this out and then sort out your top so that it doesn't come apart. So you can see each one just takes like less than a minute to make, and you can have as many seedling pots as you need. And these can be really handy because with our climate, sowing straight outside, especially in March this time of year, can be a bit dodgy if the weather goes cold again. So it's quite useful to start some inside in a nice sheltered place, and then you can plant them out. And the great thing about these is that when you come to plant them out, you just pop the whole thing in. There's no need to take the seedling out from here because this is completely biodegradable. So have fun.